welcome. We have item 6.3, which is athletic volunteers for the upcoming school year. Item 6.4 includes supplemental positions for the upcoming school year. Item 6.5 is a change in status from the May 24th board report. Item 6.6 are recommended of approval for licensed substitute teachers. Item 6.7 is a change in status from the June 14th board meeting. Again, item 6.8 is a number of licensed administrative substitute folks, and there's some names in there that will be quite familiar to all of you. Item 6.9 is a list of licensed substitute resignations. Many of these individuals were helping us out at the end of the year. Some have moved on to other positions in other school districts, or just went back home to be with family and seeking a job in their residential area. Item 6.10 is license requested unpaid days for a teacher, and item 6.11 is a consent agenda approval.
I'll move approval of items 6.1 to 6.10 on a consent agenda basis.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions? Ms. Shanks?
Bruce Wensleski,
Yes.
Tammy Lavalette,
Yes.
Greg Feller,
Yes.
Julie Hoffman.
Yes.
Thank you. Items 7.1 through 7.4, I'm recommending approval on a consent agenda basis. Item 7.1 is reference to classified personnel actions. Item 7.2 are classified new hires. Item 7.3 are classified resignations. And item 7.4 speaks to classified additional hours. Of course, item 7.5 is recommended approval for the aforementioned items.
I'll move for approval on a consent agenda basis, items 7.1 to 7.4.
Second.
Any comments or questions? How are we doing on bus drivers?
That's a good question. You know what, Ms. Burke, what do you have? Do you have an update for us?
We're in the process of the training. They have to go through an official training, so
So we have
slowly,
some on deck?
slowly on deck. Yes, that's a good way to put it. They're on deck.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yes.
I
they're
like
on
that
deck.
they're in the stadium.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anybody else have any questions, comments? Ms. Shanks?
Greg Feller,
Yes.
Bruce Wensleski,
Yes.
Tammy Lavalette,
Yes.
Julie Hoffman.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 8.1 is an addendum, and it seeks the approval of supplemental positions for the upcoming school year. More specifically, these are coaching positions.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Any comments or questions? Ms. Shanks?
Julie Hoffman,
Yes.
Greg Feller,
Yes.
Tammy Lavalette,
Yes.
Bruce Wensleski.
Yes.
Thank you. I am recommending approval for item 8.2, allowing me the authorization to require facial coverings during times of elevated communicable disease community spread. I think it's important to give a little narrative with this recommendation. Over the past several days, several weeks, we have been in a very fluid situation in regards to the amount of information we're receiving from a number of agencies and the data that we are experiencing, and it's an influx of data. I want to make sure that we are all working in tandem with one another in consultation with the board, recognizing that I need to make a decision if we are going to remain or stay in our current position, but also recognizing that the number one piece that we want to make sure is that we make a decision and we aren't having our parents bounce back and forth between if we're masking or unmasking. So I'm recommending this resolution for approval as we continue to monitor the information that's coming through about masking in our school district.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
Comments?
Yeah, now just to be clear, this is not, we're not mandating masks right now.
No, we are
This is just giving you the authorization to do that as needed going forward.
That is
Okay,
correct.
just want to be clear.
Right, so I think the thinking behind it is, we meet twice a month, sometimes it's hard to get us together quickly, and if she has to pivot, she needs to be able to make a decision without trying to get us to the same place, and she's the one that's talking to the health department, and she's on the call with the governor, and she's talking to area superintendents, so this does say she's authorized to make the decision, but she needs to talk to all of us. dates,
Right.
so we'll
I-
all be on the same page.
Right, I just wanted to be clear, we're not changing
No.
anything right now, we're
No,
just,
Correct.
yes,
This is just a resolution
right,
to address so that she can make the decision.
right.
Thank you for the clarification, I appreciate that, thank you.
Anybody else have any comments or questions? Ms. Shakes?
Julie Hoffman,
Yes.
Rick Feller,
Yes.
Bruce Maslitsky,
Yes.
Tammy Lavalette,
Yes.
Yeah, yes, absolutely, and I have another thing I want to share.
Okay, which one?
Can I do the
Yes,
share a
go.
little piece? I was remiss earlier when I spoke about our administrative retreat. I failed to mention that Mr. Ziroff, our assistant superintendent, also did a bang-up job. He did a presentation on the local report card and the revision to that document and provided a number of nuts and bolts for our administrators to know about calendars and professional development days and what's coming up with school nurses. So I failed to acknowledge you earlier. Thank you for your work on that, Mr. Ziroff. I think it's important that our board and our community knows your level of involvement with the training for our administrators, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. And so on the mask situation, we know it's a really hot topic and everybody's very interested in it. And we want to talk about it.
Absolutely.
So we discussed having a special meeting this Thursday.
Yes, and we would like to have a special meeting. It's my recommendation that we have a special meeting with our Board of Education for two reasons. One, to continue to collect as much information as possible because the situation is so fluid. Two, give us an opportunity to have all 5 board members present as we may have information from parents or public comment, public participation, but also that we can collectively make a decision. I would like to hold it to Thursday afternoon. However, I will share with you that we have open houses on Thursday afternoon.
What about 7 PM? Because the open houses should be done by 7 and that would give anybody that wanted to come.
I am fine with 7 PM. It really is about your schedule. 7 PM would work out fantastic.
I think 7 would be better, because if we do it during the day, it's gonna be hard for people to get there. So
That was the other concern.
Yeah,
People are working.
I think after the open houses would be good.
The other thing is, I know there's a meeting in here, Sylvania Prevention Alliance meeting, so, and we don't know how many people might show up, so maybe if we could do it at Northview or Southview or
Okay.
one of the school buildings,
It's a
so we
great
have
idea.
a bigger area in case, a lot of people wanted to address us.
I appreciate that, certainly. And we will make that, we will notice that meeting and make sure that we list it on our website as well.
And
Not to keep opinions here or start later, but I think some of those larger buildings even start at 6:20, 6:30.
For the open house?
Let me
The open
check.
house,
Do we know?
I could check my
We
calendar
want
right
to go
now.
7:30.
yeah,
I think we should wait till the open house as
Yeah.
well.
yeah, we need to do one.
I'll just say that from personal perspective. I know our appointment's at 6:20.
7:30. Some of them are 7:30, that is correct.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Amy, they're done by 7:30?
Most of them, Amy? What do you know?
All, there's only one that ends before 7:30.
Oh, wow.
The rest of them are 6 to 7:30.
Okay.
Like a 6 to 7, 6 to
So we
7.
wanna do 7?
Those are elementary though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so.
it's not gonna affect location, just availability of.
Yeah, so 7:45? I
Yeah.
think that's a good idea.
I think that's a very good idea. We want to make sure we're
Yeah,
accessible.
we want to be
All right,
accessible.
7:45.
And to be
Thank you.
clear, this meeting would be about you giving us like what considerations you're gonna look at.
Correct.
Give us an update on where the numbers are as of Thursday and maybe
Yes.
where you're leaning.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And location to be determined.
Yes, I want to check the calendars and for school events either at Northview or Southview. I want to see which is most available. I don't want to speak for them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we will make sure something is posted on our website and alert parents to the meeting taking place.
All right, then this is the second opportunity for public participation for items which are not on our agenda. Nothing, but we do have one here, so I forgot anything. Do I have to dial something out?
No, you
All right, yes. Oh, it worked.
Hello.
Hello, is this Nicole Cassidy?
Yeah, I'll just wait and talk at the Thursday meeting.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
watching you guys live.
Oh, okay, well, we'll see you Thursday then. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. then with that, I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of,
Items that are required to be kept confidential by state or federal statutes, negotiations with public employees, and compensation of public employees.
so moved.
Second.
Okay, any comments or questions? Thank you. Ms. Shapes?
Julie Hoffman,
Yes,
Greg Feller,
Yes.
Tammy Lavalette,
Yes.
Bruce Maslowski,
Yes.
thank you, and we will not be taking action